Not forgetting the tiller pin, of course. Well, that's the boat finally ready. All the prop is unjammed of excess centre line, and the chimney's down, the comms mast's down, fenders are down, or the fender. I've only got one left now, and I'm not going far actually. I'm going up to the watering hole first of all, sort of get a fresh tank of water, and then after that, well, the day is young, or reasonably young anyway. It doesn't get dark early, so gonna have a good old cruise, you know, really warm the boat through, and just sort of take it all in.
This week I'll be continuing my journey along the Oxford Canal. I'll be heading north from Crop Ready along to the Claydon Flight.
One of my bird's nest specials.
I give the bow a nudge out and I'm ready to set off.
Well, can you believe it? Finally, I'm on the move again. Not far though, just to the water for now.
Cropperdy is a popular spot with boaters. There's long-term and winter moorings as well as good quality moorings for the passer-by.
Well, there's someone at the watering point, so I'll just have to wait over here for a minute, I think.
I'm actually stopping at the side of the winding hole, which you should never really do. The Armco is well bashed around, courtesy of turning boats, so I come to the bank as gently and as carefully as I can. Well, pretty much.
Well, here I am at the water point once again, as you all know, a favourite haunt of mine, generally speaking, and I've taken the precaution of emptying out what water I did have in the tank before I arrived here just now, so I have a nice fresh fill, you know, because that might be a bit stale what's in the tank. It's a stainless steel tank actually, so it shouldn't be too bad, but anyway, I have a nice fresh fill up, and then hopefully have a bit of proper cruising this afternoon. Perfect. Well, that's another little job done. I don't think it's all that far to the next dock, so a couple of minutes. Well, let's see if I can still remember how to use one of these. Well, the first lock of the day is set in my favour, and long may it continue. Just like old times.
Some lucky people have their gardens right on the water's edge.
I tell you what, first day back cruising, and it actually feels like summer.
Property Marina lies just to the north of the village. And it looks like they're expanding in quite a big way.
Broadmoor Lock.
I switched the engine off before moving down the boat to the lock ladder. I used the gunnels rather than walking on the roof. Just need to improve my rope skills. A quick tug on the centre line ensures that the boat stops smoothly. Gates closed and paddles down. Top paddles open, I keep the boat steady against the inrush of water. I'll leave the boat in the jaws of the lock while I hop off and quickly close the gate. Soon I'm approaching another lock. Varney Chinese lock passes effortlessly with the aid of a passerby.
Just time for a little break. I must say, it's like a summer's day. Coffee and walnut. Well, that was a refreshing little break. I'm just going to do one more lock, I think, and a little bit of a cruise, and find another bit of Armco for the night. Well, as you can see, I'm at Elkington Lock. What a lovely evening it is for it.
I set off for what I hope will be the last leg of my journey, for today at least.
Last lock of the day. Claydon bottom lock. Claydon bottom lock. Well, wouldn't you know it, half a lock away from mooring for the day. I seem to have encountered a bit of a problem. I can't get the lock to fill, and the reason for that is because one of the paddles on the gates that I've come in through, it looks as though it's shut, but when you look very carefully, there's about sort of half an inch or an inch on the mechanism. I've tried lifting it up again to clear it, you know, push a bit of water through, tried dropping it down again, and I can't do anything with it really. I guess I'll have to let CRT know there's a bit of a problem with this one. I don't know if it's a branch jammed in it or something. And at the moment, I don't know if I'm going to go out through the top gates or reverse back up and moor down there and cut my losses. So I'll have a jiggle about with it and report back in a minute. Of course, if the other paddle at the top end of the gates was working, I could put a lot more water through and sort of negate the effect of that leaky paddle down at the other end. But as it happens, I've just waited a bit, jiggled it, and just about got enough on it to get the boat through. So job done, just. Well, isn't it always the way? I've just done that lock, did get through it in the end, and came into the next part of the flight, the pound, one of the pounds. It's quite a nice long pound, but it looked a bit low to me, and I thought, do I want to stop here? You know, if that lock's a bit leaky and all the water's going to drain out of the pound. And I've had this before loads of times. You know, you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and the boat's on its side and you fall out of bed almost. So I've just been talking to a couple of guys in the next boat. There's a couple of other boats moored here, and they said it's dropped 2 feet in the last 2 hours. So for me, I'm not going to stop here. So I've got another 2 locks to do now. They said those guys said the next pound after that, nice big pound, plenty of water, shouldn't be a problem, and they've even offered to ready the lock for me, which is fantastic. So that'll speed me on my way. But what happened to stopping sort of nice and early, nice sensible time, sort of 7 o'clock, all done. So yeah, it'll be 2 more locks, locking till dusk. I've got a couple of chaps helping me do the lock. Of course, the first thing that happened is the gates behind me wouldn't stay closed. I had to come and close them a second time. And the side wall of the lock's leaking. I think there's a little bit of maintenance on this flight. But after this, should be time to put my feet up. All right, well, this definitely is my summing up chat for tonight now. So the pound that I was in on the flight there, those guys I spoke to said it had lost a couple of feet's worth of water in a couple of hours, and very kindly they helped me with the locks, and I'm halfway up the flight now, and in a nice big long pound which should be less susceptible to losing water levels, and got a nice bit of Armco, and well, that's it, job done this time, hopefully.